All right, Sammy. So this video is going to go over all of the mistakes you made on some of the worksheets. There wasn't a ton, but I do want to go over some. So do me a favor, have the following worksheets out. I need you to have the one. All right, Sammy. This video is just going to go over some of the mistakes you made on worksheets. There wasn't a ton, so it should be pretty quick. You're doing a good job. There's just one mistake I see a little more often and want to fix it. So we're going to go through everything that you got wrong. So have the following worksheets out, which is the 1-7 practice, the 1-9 practice, and then the 2 quizzes. Okay. So on the 1-7 worksheet, it said a number is divisible by 4 if the last 2 digits are divisible by 4. You said false, which could be correct, but you have to understand it's got to be a 2-digit number, right? Or like a 3-digit number, because it's saying the last 2 digits. And any number whose last 2 digits is divisible by 4 will also be divisible by 4. Okay? The number 9 you stressed you had some concern about. If you look, the first figure you have a triangle inside the circle. The second one you have a triangle outside. The third one you had the four-sided figure on the inside, which means if you follow the pattern of the triangle, the next one's going to be a four-sided figure on the outside. Okay, so the number 9 on the 1-7 practice, you should have a square with a circle on the inside. That is horrible. Okay, that's that. Now, that was all you had mistakes on. You had 10 out of 11 on practice 1-7. Then on 1-9, if we look on 1-9, number 17, for some reason you divided. You did -20 divided by -5. Okay, but -20 times -5 is 100. But over here, the common mistake I see with you right now, the only one, is the absolute values you're having trouble with. Remember, you have to do 10 times the absolute value of -10 is +10. You said this was -100, but 10 times +10 is 100, so this should be equal. Okay. Up above at number 9, you had this is 63 divided by -21 is +3. But you got to remember a positive divided by a negative is going to be a -3. And then I think you just had on number 22 an arithmetic mistake. When you do 6 plus -15 plus -24 plus 3 plus -25, what is that going to give you? -9, -33, -30. So it's going to give you 5. Is that correct? Let's see here. 6 minus 15 minus 24 plus 3 minus 25 gives you -55. And when you divide that by 5, the average temperature is -11 degrees. Okay, you had -11.2. Like I said, it was some little arithmetic mistake. No big deal. All right. So on this worksheet, you had a 23 out of 27. Nice job. So let's go take a look at your quizzes. All right, let's start with the 1-1 to 1-2 quiz. Okay. This quiz, you had a 30 out of 31, which is really good. The only mistake you had was on number 23. The quotient of 4 in a number. When they give you something like this, quotient of a number, you should know it's going to be in the order they give it to you. So it should be the quotient of 4, so 4 divided by x, or you could have 4, oh, how'd that happen? Or you could have 4 in fraction form divided by x. Okay. Other than that, this quiz was awesome. 30 out of 31. And now we're going to move on to the last quiz, which is the 1-3 to 1-6 quiz. Sorry, I thought I had it pulled open. Okay, so on the 1-3 to 1-6 quiz, you did have a 36 out of 47 and just some small mistakes here and there. So let's take a look at it. So the first mistake, right, was on the number 5, okay? Remember, when you're doing negative absolute value of -6, you have to take the absolute value of -6, which is 6, but then you still have this negative on the outside that you have to keep in mind. So the answer to this one would be -6, not +6. Then down below, all the other ones with absolute value is where you struggled. Okay. Real quick, number 21, -10 -10. You have to notice these have the same sign. That would be -20. Okay. You had 0. Now, number 22, what is, you have to take the absolute value of -5. What is the absolute value of -5? 5. 5 plus 14 is going to give you 19. Okay. Here, the absolute value of -5 is 5 plus the absolute value of 5 is 5 plus the absolute value of -2 is 2. Remember, the absolute value of a number makes that number positive. So 5 plus 5 plus 2 would give you 12. Okay. Number 28. Okay, when you have 28, you have C is 12 plus the opposite of A. A is -3. So when you look at this, you have to bling bling this, and 12 plus 3 is 15. Okay. So again, I didn't write that clearly. 12 plus negative A, which is -3. The double negative, make it positive to get 15. Okay. Then 31. If you look at it, you have 2 times 12 plus the absolute value of A, which is -3. Now this is going to give you 24. But then the absolute value of -3 is +3, which is going to give you 27. Okay. Then 32. You have the absolute value of A, which is -3, plus the absolute value of B is -4, or absolute value of -4, and then plus the absolute value of C, which is 12. Now when you take the absolute values, this is 3 plus 4 plus 12, which will give you 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 12 is 19. Okay. Then, on the back here, we look at number 37. -7 plus 2 is -5. The absolute value of 5 is 5, but you have that -5, so that's going to be -5, so these are equal. Okay. Then a silly mistake on number 44. -4 minus 2 is -6. Then you have -3. For some reason, you put -2 here. But you got to understand, right? -4 and -2 is the same as -4 plus -2. Same signs, add them together, carry the sign. All right. And then finally, number 46. An elevator on the 30th floor went down 12 floors, so -12, then back up 6 floors. Okay, for some reason, oh, no, you had this one right. Sorry about that. It's number 45. The highest temperature for January was 27 degrees, right? And the lowest temperature was -5 degrees. What was the change in temperature? Remember, change, you're going to take the first temp and subtract the second temp, right? So you do 27 minus -5, but then you end up adding, which makes it a 32-degree change. If you think about it logically too, from 27 to 0 is 27 degrees, but then you have to go down another 5, which makes it 32 degrees. Okay. Other than that, you're doing an awesome job. I'm going to send the review over, review for the test, and then we'll talk in a bit.